The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Welcome to another GoldMine 101, our regular series of short presentations giving you hints and tips for getting the most out of GoldMine CRM. And in this session, I'm going to cover GoldMine Web, a really easy way of accessing your GoldMine system live via your browser or your mobile device. So hello, my name is Tim Wilmot and my company Wizard Systems. We're a specialist CRM solutions provider, supplier, who help out mainly small and mid-sized organizations improve their sales productivity, marketing, and customer service through the use of simple and affordable solutions like GoldMine. So this presentation will be fairly short, about 10 minutes or so in duration. There's not a lot to GoldMine Web. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Not meant to be an in-depth training course as such. My company, Wizard Systems, we offer lots of different levels of help and training on GoldMine if you want to explore that with us. Now, the audio part of this presentation is one way only. If you've got any questions, pop those into the question box on your meeting control panel. I'll do my best to answer those at the end. Also, this session is being recorded. Those listening live, you will get a link to the recording and you can play that back as many times you want to, and we'll pop it up on our YouTube channel as well. Just go up to YouTube, do a search for Wizard Systems. You'll find us up there. And there's probably now well over 100 GoldMine videos on all sorts of different topics around GoldMine and some of the more popular add-ons to GoldMine as well. So just a quick mention about Wizard Systems. I say we're a leading provider of GoldMine. We provide the system, upgrades, and any kind of help, advice, implementation, setup, training. Obviously, right now, this session is January 2021. It's all online at the moment. To be honest, we've been doing it all online for a long time. And any kind of support you want, our help desk is still fully operational, ready to answer your calls on GoldMine, ready to make sure you get the most out of the system. Okay, so let's pop into GoldMine Web. So GoldMine Web is an easy way of accessing the basic information, all of the basic functionality of your GoldMine system via your browser and or your phone. So if you imagine if we're looking at this on our phone now, it resized nicely for the sort of device you're using, whether it's an iPad, Android, mobile, or iPhone, no problem. It'll work on all of them. There's no software to install. There's no data on your device. This is a live, real-time link into your GoldMine system. So GoldMine Web is a part of GoldMine. Those of you that are using a fairly up-to-date version of GoldMine, hopefully on the latest version, and I'll cover versions towards the end. You've got that the technology is built within GoldMine, but it does need to be installed by Wizard Systems. Again, more on that towards the end. So once it's installed on your server, you've got a very secure way of accessing your GoldMine system, and it's really, really fast. I've logged in here. You'll use your same credentials for logging onto GoldMine, but you come to the home page here, a bit like where you can see a sort of simple dashboard, a summary of things going on there, your activities, pending emails, and recent contacts that you've been looking at there. But we've got access to all of the other, if you just think about all the key parts of GoldMine that you use, it's all here. So, of course, all of your contacts. And we see initially a table here, a grid type display of all of the contacts in your system. Right at the top there, you might have noticed I've got an easy way of searching for a person or a company, but I can just click on that down arrow there and do a search for cases, opportunities as well if I want to. So there they all are there, all of your contacts based on your search. There's also a little refine button on the right-hand side here where you can access, if you're familiar with filters and groups in GoldMine, well, this is just exactly the same thing, where you can be a little bit more precise over the the area that you want to do your more advanced, more sophisticated search in, what field you're looking at within that section, if you like, that area, and the operator, normal stuff, and then the value that you're looking for. Plus, you've got access to all of the filters that you might be used to back in your classic version of GoldMine, the Windows, the classic version of GoldMine. So there's all your contacts. You've got access to your activities as well. If you're allowed to, you can see activities of other users also. So a nice display of those activities and that graphical view, so you can switch to a day, week, month view, see that graphical display. Then down the bottom, you've got your tasks and to-dos as well, if you use that part of GoldMine. We've also got opportunities. Do you want to see opportunities that you're working on? And you can click on those and go to that particular opportunity itself, and you can see all of that information, including all of the tabs. Of course, you've got the tabs running across the middle of the opportunity record in classic GoldMine, but here we are, just a slightly different display, but it's very intuitive. You can sort of work it out where everything is. So an easy way of finding your opportunities. And if you're using the service part of GoldMine, there's all of the service activities, and you can click on any of those to jump to that service activity. So I'll say really easy way of accessing all of the key parts of GoldMine. If I dive into a contact record here, just show you how that's laid out, just a little bit different to your Windows, your classic GoldMine, in that we've got, well, still in the top part of the screen, we've got the main information about your contact, and whatever you called those labels, the fields in your normal GoldMine system, that will be reflected here as well. And also the drop down list, when you click into this record and you edit it, that will be observed as well. Going a little bit lower down, we've got everything that might have appeared on the pending tab with a nice little icon there showing you what type of activity that is. And then a little bit lower down, we've got all of the history as well. We can fine tune that if you want to drill down on that history and just see activities completed by another colleague or a particular type of activity. You can drill down and filter instantly on that. Over on the right-hand side, we've got those other additional tabs. So detail records, if you're using those in GoldMine, additional contacts, other miscellaneous contacts to this person, opportunities, cases, and also links. So if you've got any linked documents and you want to see those as you're out and about, you can just click on those documents, and that will, as with any web type application, when you're actually clicking on a link, it's going to download it to your particular device. So that's where we can see that particular PDF document linked to that contact. So there you are then, really simple way of accessing GoldMine when you're out and about, or if any user wants a simpler version of GoldMine working within your browser. No software installation from the user point of view, no data, no synchronization going on. It's all live and real time for you. If you'd like more information on GoldMine Web, please contact us. If you want it installed, there's a flat fee of £150 for us to install it for you. We've got to make sure on a fairly up-to-date version of GoldMine, but please contact us for more details if you want that implemented on your GoldMine system. Right, so if you've got any questions around this feature, please pop those into the questions section on your meeting control panel. Read those out. First question from Evelyn. Will it work with GoldMine 2016? Yes, it will. GoldMine Web came in about 8-9 years ago, something like that. So as each new release of GoldMine came out, there were new extra features and bells and whistles that it did. So if we did it for your 2016, you are on a fairly old version there. So you might want to consider upgrading. But yes, we can install it and it will have the features as of what they were in 2016. I think that's pretty much everything I've shown you. Maybe not the cases. So if you're not using cases, that should be fine for you. Right. Barry, what about the QuoteWorks link? Right. So so you couldn't use this. You'd have to have a different approach for that QuoteWorks link. However, as you may know with QuoteWorks, when you save your quote, when you email your quotes, it does create that PDF document. So maybe on the links tab, you've got that PDF reference to it. So at least you could retrieve them. QuoteWorks creates follow-up reminders, sales forecasts. They'll all be visible in GoldMine Web, but you just won't be able to. You just won't be able to create new quotes using quotes because it's still on the classic Windows. But there is another way of doing that. Maybe you want to consider the Wizard Systems hosted solution. So that's where we host GoldMine for you. We'll probably cover that next week, actually, as another session, because it'd be a good lead on to GoldMine Web if you've got lots of other applications that are integrated with GoldMine, then you may need to consider our hosted solution. Question from Richard. We use GoldMine as the email client. Can that be accessed? Yes, it can. Works really well with GoldMine email. You're basically using, when you click on the email address, you're basically using whatever emailing application is associated with the web. So yeah, that will work fine. Okay, don't think there's any more questions. So yes, if you want to consider, if it's not implemented already on your GoldMine system, please contact us for details on that. We'd be happy to confirm implementation for you at that special offer of £150. Right, latest news for you as of January 2021. So just repeat, all our training now, if you want any kind of training or help, it's all done online, very interactively with you wherever you are. If you've got colleagues split over lots of different locations, it doesn't matter. We'll organize all the technology to hook us all up together to provide any kind of training or remote assistance you want to. Please contact us for details on that. The latest release of GoldMine is 2020.1, a lot of numbers there, .1.1.62083. Just got to help about in GoldMine, just make sure you're on the latest release. There have been a few, been about 3 hot fixes to the 2020.1 release. So the main release is 2020.1, and then you get all those other numbers after it, depending on what sort of iteration it is of 2021. The only way of getting upgrades is to subscribe to the GoldMine maintenance contract. There are, if you're off maintenance, out of maintenance right now, don't worry. Please contact us again for more information. There are some special offers to get you back on board and on the latest version of GoldMine. So that's me done for this session on GoldMine Web. If you've got any suggestions for future topics that you think would be of interest to your colleagues or other GoldMine users out there, please let me know. My name again is Tim Wilmot. Email me tim@wizard-systems.com. There's our other contact details there, including YouTube, Wizard Systems. You'll see loads of GoldMine videos up there. Thanks very much. Catch up with you next time. Bye-bye.